UK rock. We have done few reactions in the past, and you know that very quickly are becoming one of my rock favorite band of modern times. So anyway, let's go straight into it. In the past, I had Luna Sea as one of my favorite bands from Japan. Now I'm starting to like them more and more.
Another day here in the system, it's always on a plane. Take a shot of whiskey and some to de-escalate. I need a light in all this baggage, cause life is heavyweight. I'm sick of rolling with the punches, I need to get away.
Oh boy. I like what it's saying. Obviously, it talks straight to people, obviously, which they're a little bit on the edge of a burnout. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're talking towards a younger audience, if you think that you have been going through a lot, all right, hold on.
I wanna go fly to paradise tonight. I wanna go ride the first thing on my mind. I need to get away, get out of this mess I made. Set me free, tropical therapy, get away. Spirit is guiding me to a place where demons can find me. I'm looking for heaven like golden gates surrounded by palm trees. I see a new horizon, holding on to hope. Say goodbye to all my pain when it's time for me to go. I wanna go fly to paradise tonight. I wanna go ride the first thing on my mind. I need to get away, get out of this mess I made. Set me free, tropical therapy, get away.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this back because I want to hear this instrumental afterwards. All right, song-wise, I have a sense it's this song compared to the other ones I've heard. Seems like you gotta produce songs, right? So looks like more friendly, more commercial, right? As a little bit that kind of Coldplay type of vibe, right? That it's like a contradiction between like the let's say the more serious tone of the lyrics of somebody that it's going through some stuff and is trying to fight and is trying to get through it, against the upbeat beautiful melody, which is quite bright, the song, like it really feels like, especially in the parts where you get that nice crescendo, it's very energetic, very positive. So there is that kind of contradiction there, but seem like in terms of meaning, right? In terms of meaning, I would say something, if you allow me. When people struggle in general, especially younger people, you struggle with your own thoughts, with repetition of negative thoughts, right? All of a sudden, you start to get in a loop. Something doesn't go right, then you start to think about it, and that thinking about it, of circumstances, of the feeling that you're feeling, starts to become a loop, starts to become also a little bit of a prison, and actually becomes a toxic cycle of getting attached to that negative emotion, right? So, and sometimes you start to believe that that's actually your state, the state that you cannot get out of, but there is an extent of that state that it's self-inflicted, it's self-fueled, and I know it is difficult to step out of it sometimes, like rumination of thoughts, of continuing to think about the thing, and that's where it's very handy to try to practice a little bit of meditation, a little bit of moving, and I understand that can be difficult for some people. I really do. But I promise you that if you try a little bit of the time without expectations, without putting pressure on yourself, but at least you do it every other day, every other couple of days, and you keep at it, either moving more. You start with little things, and you start every time you ruminate on a thought, you catch yourself. Catch yourself thinking like, oh, I'm thinking about this thing again. Then it's going to cause a trigger, a spiral. It's going to get me into the mood. Check yourself more often when that happens. Recognize it. Recognize that that's the trigger. Recognize that that's the loop where you go. And then the more you start to do that, the more you start to be in control, that actually you don't have to go there all the way of those emotions that maybe cause you, not to want to go out or not to want to go do things and started to get attached to the negative emotion. It's very important you practice those things. I try to squeeze a little bit fast here, but it's very important if you do those things and you start to detach yourself, and slowly it gets better and better and better.
I need to get away, set me free, tropical therapy, get away.
You can also go in the mountains. Mountains therapy is also good. Alright, yes, I mean, like I said, the song is a very, like a predictable structure, more than other actually. I'm not a great fan of repetition of words, especially when it's a little bit too much. But again, I like the band, and it's totally fine that not every single time you have to top some of your best songs, like sometimes you just release a nice banger, a nice song, just also to keep the ball rolling as a musician, especially nowadays that you have to produce so much. It's nothing new in that way. So in that respect, I don't know if I would give this song in terms of composition, right, an 8 or a 9. I honestly don't think so. I'm actually curious what you would give it. The juxtaposition with the lyrics is interesting, obviously, because it's trying to spread a more serious message there. And I think that part spoke to me more than the whole composition as a whole, right? The meaning of the song spoke to me a little bit more. So I will give for sure 7.5 to the meaning. And we keep on going. So just the songs, I think I've done 3 or 4 of their live performance, which they were great. And it's not always a 10, right? And I try to be honest with that, even though I really like the band.